Alright, how's it going everybody? Welcome to another Need for Speed Most Wanted video, and today I'm going to be doing a subscriber request requesting me to cover pretty much every glitch I could find in Need for Speed Most Wanted. And while I'm sure most of these glitches are known by the community already, I did want to fulfill this subscriber's request, as well as maybe shed some light on some lesser known glitches in this game. Now let's get started. Starting off with the glitch I think everybody is most familiar with, the bus station glitch. For those who don't know, basically you drive to the bus station, which is located here on the map, crash into the glass, drive up this ramp, and park yourself right here. And for some reason, the cops won't be able to see you. This means that you can easily farm bounty and complete pursuit duration milestones without even having to worry about getting busted. And if you want some extra style points, try crashing into this pillar to warp yourself on top of the ramp. Now for the next glitch that I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, the out of level glitch. Drive to this location in Camden Beach, face the garage door, put on the far camera, look back, and you'll be able to drive forward through the wall. And as I'm sure most of you know, you can use this glitch to speed run the final pursuit and complete it in under 3 minutes. And while we're pretty much on the same topic, let's go ahead and cover this glitch that allows you to access the old bridge early. To do this, crash into the bucket of this machine, turn right, then turn left, hit the wall, hit reset car, and you should be respawned through this pile of dirt, which will allow you to pass through and explore the old bridge area. And I know I mentioned the bus station glitch already, but there's actually another police blind spot that, while still relatively known, is not as popular as the bus station glitch. Basically, you drive to this amphitheater right here, which you can find using this pursuit breaker, drive around the back, park here, and again the cops won't be able to see you. While the Rockport City Borough isn't unlocked until after beating Earl, you can actually explore it early during Izzy's chapter. To do this, start the circuit race Omega, and instead of racing, turn around and go the wrong way. And once you get to this underground parking garage, drive through it, then drive through the second one, and you'll be outside the boundaries of the track. Once outside, drive to the train tracks that lead to Rockport, and you'll notice them unrestricted by the lock barriers. Drive past the train tracks, then pause the game and hit quit to free roam, and you'll notice yourself in Downtown Rockport able to explore freely. Now since the area is still technically locked, there's not a whole lot you can do around here, but it's still pretty fun to be able to explore it, and it's pretty useful to learn the streets before you can even get there. Did you know that the inside of your safe house is actually a lie?
What?
Let me explain what I mean. So you'll need to be at the Rosewood safe house in order to do this. Start by going to free roam, crashing into this wall near the dumpster, and then reverse into the wall behind you, hit reset car, and you'll notice yourself warped inside the garage. And as it turns out, there's nothing in here. Is Heat 5 giving you a little bit of trouble? Have you completed all your milestones but you still can't seem to escape the cops? Then let me show you this glitch that I already covered in my stock IS-300 run. For this to work, you'll need to evade the helicopter first. So drive to this spot on the map, drive through the open gate, and park yourself behind these boxes and wooden planks. Once your evade meter starts to fill up, back up a little bit, and then drive into the hiding spot until you notice the cooldown bar says hiding. Once you've done this, you've pretty much escaped the pursuit with no problem. Now you may or may not recall a video I uploaded covering a glitch where I got busted randomly doing a challenge series race. Oh, I think I figured out how to replicate this glitch. So go into the challenge series and select challenge 4, and as soon as you see the loading screen, press the reset button as fast and often as you can. If done correctly, you'll get busted before the game even loads. A pretty pointless glitch, but an amusing one nonetheless. I'm not sure which other pursuit challenges this works with, but feel free to try whatever you want. Are you having trouble with Razor's third race? Well, you shouldn't be, because let's be honest, he drives worse than a blind, dementia-riddled 81-year-old grandma. But let's say, for the sake of the video, that you're struggling with it. So once you get to about 60% of the race, you want to go to the front end of this barrier and squeeze through this gap you see right here. Once you get past it, take the path that I'm showing you in the video. Then once you clip through this barrier right here, you'll notice you've skipped a huge chunk of the race, making the race so easy that you could literally beat it in a stock IS-300. But let's be honest, what kind of idiot would do that? Right? Have you ever seen a Lotus Elise turn itself into its own personal slingshot? Well, if you want to see that happen, here's how to do it. So to start, obviously you'll need to customize a Lotus Elise. Equip whatever body kits and or spoiler you want. This will be important as you'll need this later. And then fully max out the upgrades. Now here's another important step. So you will need to equip all of the Junkman parts as well as the ultimate upgrades. You can get these through the Burger King Challenge cheat code or through extra options. And once you have everything you need, go into any race you want. Once there, pause the game and go to performance tuning and set everything to -3. Then you want to hold down the brake and the gas at the same time while simultaneously holding one of the steering buttons, and once your rev limiter has hit the max, simultaneously let go of the gas and the steering, and just hold down the reverse button. Again, this glitch is pretty useless in a race, but it can be pretty fun to mess around and slingshot and catapult your car. Just like in the case of Omega, the track West Park and Lions has a place where you can free roam during the race. So you want to get to about 79% of the race, and instead of going the correct path, make a really sharp right and turn around and pass behind this barrier. This is a more pointless free roaming glitch again, but it's still pretty interesting to see how the developers didn't put a wall here. So I'm sure most of you who have played this game know about this roundabout and how you can get to this underpass, right? Well, for those of you who don't, what you want to do is you want to scrape this wall right here, and then you want to hit the reset car button and you'll find yourself in the middle of this locked area. Now let's talk about the infamous defeated bug and pretty much everything it does. For this to work, you'll need two things. One save game where you've already beaten Razor, and another save game that's been at least played past the prologue but not yet completed. Start the game and load your completed save file, and then immediately after, load your not so completed save file. As you can see here, the game thinks I defeated Sunny even though I have none of the requirements to race him. Another interesting thing this does is unlocks all visual and performance upgrades. Of course, you'll still need the money to pay for them, but it's a pretty cool thing to have pretty early on in the game. Strangely though, it doesn't unlock all the cars. But if you ask me, you probably won't need to buy anything else, seeing as if you save just about $300,000, you can have an upgraded car relatively early. Lastly, this glitch allows you to do the final pursuit in whatever car you race Razor in. Unfortunately though, this does mean you won't get the BMW back by the end of the game, so if you want to use any car during the final pursuit and keep the BMW at the same time, I recommend doing it this way. So, first of all, you're going to need Need for Speed Extra Options, which you can find by literally searching it on YouTube. Once you've extracted everything to your game folder, go to Scripts and NFSMW Extra Options.ini and find Replay Blacklist Races. Set this from 0 to 1 and then go take on Razor. Now you will have to do all 5 races, but whatever car you use to take on Razor will be the car you use for the final pursuit as well. Now I'm going to cover 2 glitches that are pretty well known and commonly used by speedrunners, starting with the boss skip glitch. Instead of pressing the button to continue as normal, hover your mouse over the top right corner of the box and then click it. You'll notice that instead of selecting markers from the current boss that you just defeated, you're selecting markers from the next one instead. Now I will say to be careful with this because you will miss out on the skipped boss's pink slip. So if there's a blacklist car that you really want, I suggest not skipping the boss. Now for a glitch that unfortunately has been patched in version 1.3. But if you have retail version 1.2 or any other console version, consider yourself lucky because this is a huge time saver. So you want to go into Quick Race and select either Circuit or Lap Knockout for whichever race you're trying to shorten. And then in the options menu, set the lap count to 1. So now when you play that Circuit or Lap Knockout in career mode, you'll only be playing it with 1 lap. Now since I feel like I pretty much covered everything, for this part of the video I'm going to show you just a couple of goofy things that happened as well as just random game bugs.